Look who's back, parents defending education. Nicole Neily is with us. Hey, Nicole, it's good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Okay, let's get right at it. USA Today, they're saying Randi Weingarten and her teachers union, the American Federation of Teachers, that they're gaslighting, that they're trying to rewrite history with their new campaign, What Kids and Communities Need. Randi Weingarten is now saying, and she has been for months now, saying, I want schools to be open, when she said in the beginning, teachers should, quote, scream bloody murder to keep them safe and shut down. What do you think of this story?
It's appalling that she has the gall to pretend like she wasn't the one demanding and working hand in glove with the CDC to keep schools closed. Thanks to our friends at Americans for Public Trust that filed the public records request, we know that they were working together, and we know they wanted to keep schools closed indefinitely and to mask our kids indefinitely. It's offensive, and it's a lie.
Well, now we got 3 million children left public schools. Either they're being homeschooled or they're in private or charter schools. But, you know, this idea of rewriting history, when Harvard and McKinsey are finding the poor got hit, those in poverty got hit, half of the year of math of loss for blacks and Hispanics, and McKinsey says it's disproportionately damaging the lower and middle classes.
I mean, are we surprised these people who scream equity from the rooftops actually don't care about the poor? I mean, it's offensive that they continue to try and route money around for their pet projects while neglecting and actively harming the most disadvantaged students among us. It's unbelievable.
She's saying it wasn't the fault of the unions, though. That's what she's saying now.
Really, whose fault was it? I mean, for them to run a campaign about what kids and families need, I mean, what they needed at their annual meeting, the things that they voted on this summer. They wanted abortion on demand. They wanted Medicare for all. They wanted to investigate people that talk about gender issues. They are so out of touch with what kids and families need. It is appalling.
You know, Nicole, north of 95% of teachers donate to the Democrat Party, and that's a big problem. I mean, that's an imbalance. So is Randi Weingarten and the teachers union saying anything about how their own union should mirror the base of who the country is? In other words, mirror who this nation is. I mean, it's so far left that you get this kind of left agenda that's really alienating parents across the nation. That's to you, Nicole.
Right. I mean, one thing of their agenda says they're going to give $1 million to parents to rebuild relationships. I mean, it's funny because we haven't received a phone call saying they're giving us money. Moms for Liberty haven't either. And so, again, they're out of touch, and they're only going to give it to their people and their pet projects, not to the families actually in need.
Schools in Europe opened to in-person learning in 2020. There's been no proof. We've seen the analysis coming out of the Lancet. We've seen it coming out of JAMA. We've seen it coming out of numerous colleges that we didn't. Brown University economist Emily Oster said we had known for some time that schools were not super spreaders, even in high-risk areas, that COVID is generally no more dangerous for children than a typical flu. But that message didn't get through, Nicole. Your final word.
No, and that's why we saw all the ESSER money that was supposed to, be used for air purifiers for our school, again, be diverted to pet projects, social emotional learning, teacher money. I mean, it wasn't for our children. It's never even been around children. It's about their money and their power.
Nicole Neily, come back soon. It's great to have you on.